Here's a little story about consistency and how you plan your work. So when Captain Scott was heading to the South Pole, he was up against it competing with Mr. Roald Amundsen from Norway. Now Amundsen won, and the reason he did this is that he worked out that 20 miles per day was the optimum amount of distance that his team, with all their equipment and so forth, should and could march. Now he diligently stuck to those patterns. Every day, regardless of weather, 20 miles. No more, no less. Meanwhile, Scott didn't have the same discipline, so if the weather was good and the team were feeling particularly buoyant, they'd overshoot the 20 miles and get absolutely knackered, and therefore not have the same reserves of energy for the following day. And if the weather was bad, they'd open up the tent and say, I don't like it, and they'd either not go anywhere or go some distance but not 20 miles. And that inconsistency and lack of discipline essentially meant that they lost. So the metaphor for your work is, don't do sudden bursts and then a bit, and then sudden bursts and then a bit, because it's messy and it's inconsistent and it doesn't use the energy of the team properly. What you want to do is a disciplined 20-mile march. Don't overdo it. Don't do that kind of, ooh, we're pitching, we're going to throw an all-nighter, because it doesn't work. Pause, stop there, get refreshed, do exactly the same thing again, again, again. And you can regard that as a work discipline for a week, or a month, or a quarter, or indeed an entire year. But do 20-mile marches, not erratic bursts of overshooting and undershooting. More of this at theintelligentworkbook.com.